Hello, my friends out there. I'm back in my business, and my business is you. So today I want to talk a little bit about communication because it's due time that I put verbs in my mouth regarding communication. I think first and foremost, when you want to pass through a message, it will be always interrupted. If you have something important to say, it will most probably very often be interrupted. And when you feel that you are not able to pass it through, you will be blocked, stopped, and sabotaged in order for that not to happen. And if it's the right message, that everybody is going to try to sabotage that. That's how screwed up the world is going to be. So let us take this one point at a time. I once wanted to attend a meeting that I felt was very important for me to attend. It was very important for me to attend this meeting because I had a question, I had a point to be made, and that was regarding an elder, that he was to be elected, and the elders and leadership in the church was to appoint, anoint, or bless him in as an elder. And this guy, I don't want to mention his name because there are many people that are following me on this tube, so they may be a little bit tense around that question, but that I heard by my dad that was in that case, that this man was told about this man, many witnesses or several witnesses, that this man that was about to be elected was making separation, division in former church. That was the message. And I was to go to that membership meeting in order to say it's told for my ears. I've been told that this man is the reason for separation and divisions in earlier church. So if that's true, should he be elected as an elder? And I think even my father tried to sabotage that. I thought it was a very big issue because it was I have this. You see, People may dispute you and laugh at you or mock you or think that you are above everybody else in your own mind. No. But something is beyond human. Something which is in everybody, in those dedicated hearts. I feel that I'm so hungry. Those that are in the dedicated hearts, that feel that the truth is more holy than my face, more holy than the nice image of my face. Something like that. The truth, the honesty, the straightforwardness is more important than the slippery slope of my face, the nice skin, the popularity I have gained, the recognition I have from other people. It's not beyond that, you see. The truth is beyond that. The truth and what you do for God when you feel that that is the only way. And I was brave back in those days. I think that my father, he was about to be at home. And he told me you should be at home, so it's okay. But he tricked me. And I don't like my father in that way. He tricked me. And he tried to let me. Because my wife was about to go to work. Back in those days, I was young, I had small children. And I, in a desperate situation, asked an elderly lady, "Hey, Torbjörg, I am about to go to this meeting, membership meeting, and you see, we have a desperate situation which is it possible for you to come out to Sagrena and watch the kids?" My father was a tricky man, and I think he, for the best of him, tried to sabotage my attempt, my plot, because he knew what I was up to. He knew exactly well what I was up to. So I told him, of course, this is going to go straight to the church's elders and leaders. I'm going to ask that question. He didn't say much, but he tried to sabotage it. And I didn't want to. It was a kind of awkward situation because Washington, my friend that was in Norway, he was about to be in my home. It was, I think it was in that way that Mr. Washington was alone with my wife, and that wouldn't go well. So I asked Torbjörn in order for her to come to our home, so that this wouldn't be a case of criticism that my wife was alone with a guy that could spread some rumors that was not okay, either for Washington, nor for Solfrid, nor for anybody else. So that is how sensitive I was back in those days. People may not think so much about that. A lady back in those days, I asked for, where is my sibling? It was not my sibling, but some other guy Well, no, he's not at home, but he is coming. Would you come in and wait for him? And since she was alone, I wouldn't go into her home. No, I can't. I just asked and so on. So people are tricky, and you don't really know what they are up to. So this father of mine, he tried to sabotage it, and he didn't succeed because Torbjörg were very nice. She understood it, and I would love to speak with her again, but I don't think she thought much of that. Otherwise, I have it written down. I bet I have it written down somewhere. What was happening and what was going on. And I stood up in that meeting, which my father was attending. I don't know whether, I think that is the truth, that my father attended, and so many blockage was pushed up in front of my road, but I felt the force within. Back in those days, I felt the force within, and you see, I went up to the prekestolen, the taburet of the preacher, and I said, "It have come to my ears that this man that is going to be elected, he have been a reason for division and separation in former church." So I was sent down by Finn Roine. Finn Roine, the pastor, he said, "You can't go up and say something like that." I replied, "What God, what you have to be obedient to God. You can't just give up and think that we are high and mighty." So I've been through that, and this guy that was about to be elected full time of all the elders, he had a big supporter group in the church. He said, "Since this is the case, I will now postpone my election. I will leave the meeting, I will go out, but this is not okay by me. If I'm a subject for criticism, I will leave." So he tried to manipulate himself to that, but he never came to be an elder, as I know. Far as I know, I don't really know, but because I went to Sandefjord. This was in Kongsberg. So those that listen to me up in Kongsberg, they know what I have done. Those crazy maniacs that were laughing at me back in those days. "You crazy idiots, you are lame, you are so what can I say? I have no respect or regard for you. If you see this video, you should know very well that I have no respect for how you treated the truth, the facts, the naysayers, all those that stabbed me in my back. I don't care about that. That was your job. My job was to uphold what I thought was the truth, to be brave according to the truth. But what did you do? You stabbed me down. You tried to sabotage. You tried to hinder me. So what, I succeeded very well. I have the honor of being brave. What did you have after that? Laughing stock. You became your own laughing stock, my friends. So after that, I realized that there is more more to communication. What can we say? When you want to pass on a very important message that is out of this world, it's so much forces against that to happen. When people are subjected to something like that is not good. This world have some kind of inspiration from hell, because that is the wisdom of, you can call it wisdom of fear. The wisdom of fear is fearing what the consequences will be if I say this and that. Spirit of fear. Fear of the consequences. Fear of what other people may say, may think, may do to retaliate. But you see, the spirit of fear, everybody have that. But you see, the secret is, if you say the truth, everybody will stand still. Like I stopped that election single-handedly. I was just around my 30 year of age. I was regarded as someone that had no mind, had no importance, had no repertoire, had no status. I was a nothing. But I was not afraid like those others. Those others that had some repertoire, that had some education. I didn't mind those. In fact, they provoked me to the degree that I had to talk. I didn't want to talk because I was not a good talker. I was like Moses. I had no convincing. It was all a stumbling thing. I couldn't say much, and I was abstracted I was out of it. Was all out of my league. I was just filled with the Holy Spirit, so to say, and that Spirit drove me crazy. And people may think that just a retard will do something like that. And I can admit to that. If you need some retards, you got me. That is the proof that I have against those people, that those high and mighty, bright and brilliant people, they didn't succeed so much. I succeeded in being brave, showing an example of someone that couldn't leave something very earthly, very secular, to be in the church, to even this pastor. That was this was also something very, very strong force against. I said to those ladies that knew many ladies that was misused by this pastor up in Kongsberg. You may listen to this again, those guys from Kongsberg, but I'm liberated. You see, I can't abide by your rule because you are naysayers. You are pushing people back. As long as you can gain your popularity, which someone had, and those who had the liberty and was to say anything. But me, I was never liberated in a way that gained popularity. I had this toxic talk that everything I said, people reacted to. Whatever I put my mind to, whatever I said to those people, not only those near ones, but also those distant. So whenever I said something very official, very profound, they fought me like lions. But they couldn't succeed because I was of a brave spirit. And those ladies, couple of them, maybe 3, knew that this pastor was trying to molest other ladies, rape them, or find a way to have his way with them. This pastor, this holy, crazy idiot as a pastor, he's dead now, and no one misses him, I guess. I said to those ladies, because I couldn't go straight ahead, because I had just hearsay. Hearsay is not what you bring to someone of in the leadership. So I said that you ladies that know this for a fact, you should go to the elders and say, the pastor do this and that. And what you know, the reply was, no, we can't do that. What turmoil will we start now? And one of those ladies got a high education and got big-headed. Socionome, or what you call them, they think that they are right. They are so obsessed about themselves, and whatever they say, it's beyond everybody else. They know it all. But I have not that kind of attitude. I differ from them in that regard, so they couldn't stand for the truth. And not many days after that, I told them yet again and again, you have to go to the leaders and inform them about this fast, because what this is so unjust against those ladies that are suffering from this man. So since she or none of them went to the elders, someone that was from another church, but it was satellite church, so to say, under Betania Kongsberg. They came, the parents of those, the parents, some parents, couple, went to the leaders in the church and said, this guy is doing this and that. Would you try to stop it at least? No, they didn't. They brought the case up, yes, and it came to the members' meeting, yes, but it was from that time onward I decided to say the truth. I couldn't just linger in the background. I have to go straight on, ahead on. So people are very coward regarding their truth. In the end, he was asked, because they wanted to forgive and forget. So the pastor was acting as he was going through hell and all this kind of stuff, and he was crying like that. But who was thinking of those ladies that was impacted by this crazy, selfish maniac, sexist? So Who cares about them? Nobody that I know have really asked themselves a question. How could they let that happen? It was all about him. In the end, it was all about him and the elders' cowardness. I wish they were listening to this. The elders' cowardness regarding this man and how to put him down. But he was asked to resign so that they wouldn't take the charge. They wouldn't take the responsibility of ending this pastor's employment. So they couldn't do anything. That's how fearful they become. So you see the problem with truth and so to say the need of it to be told. You need prophets that is going to die for that truth. If you be a prophet, you will die. You will not be popular. You will be haunted. You will be cast out. You will be laughed at as I was. And I didn't call myself a prophet anyhow. Why should I do that? Even bring more crazy stuff into the fire? No, I didn't say that I am a prophet. I even rejected that I am the only one that is are saying the truth. The supporters, some few supporters said, you are for the Bible. I got to think about that, because who am I? Who am I, my friend? Who am I to stand for the biblical truth? I am not worthy that. I am not worthy to be portrayed as a prophet. I am not worthy to even say the truth. But you have a feeling that the truth is within you. So when you can't be brave to stand for the truth, to oppose those humiliators, those crazy idiots. Those crazy idiots. If you can't stand up against them, who will you be regarded as when it comes to questions? Who can trust you? Who can trust you when you are not holding up the truth, the fact, and defend those that are offended? You should man up. So if I can serve as an example of the truth, the word that you need to say, of course it has some obstacles, some blockage, some limitation of your ability to say, because you are also humbled by that load of responsibility. The first, you have to admit the truth within you. That is the hardest part. And that is a continuous, that is not only one time, that is cheating. That is every day. If you have a good relationship with your daughters, with your sons, that is a good sign. When you have a good relationship with your servants, your employee, that's a good sign. But the worst obstacle is the fear of the truth, what people may say. But if you have won that, that is when you become the the truth. You become the blessing. You become the voice of generations.